Core system login in progress.
Alrighty, let's jump into HandleInner. HandleInner is called only one time. It needs to be called also from the common. We'll just do an else here. Copy and paste the handle place. Change it to HandleInner. We'll go ahead and just grab our adjust, but we'll change it to be inner. Alt Shift, just select all those. Control H, not equal to 0 is now equal to 0. Is what we want. Probably missed one, always do. Oh no, I did it again. Did it twice. Now I gotta go check my other one. No, they're good. Because I had to do a undo there. Alrighty. That takes care of that part. Alrighty, now let's take care of the rest of it. I think we're going to need just the same information, the picked column and the C even, as the handle place in the norms. Excuse me, the neg x. I don't know which negative. I believe it's the neg x again. Just grab these. I'll find out quickly with a little bit of analysis. Grab all of these, paste them down here. Start. Okay, what did I do wrong there? Hold on. Already taking care of all that. Put this up in the handle place. Am I missing anything here? No. Missing anything there? Get our CR. Okay. I've already got all those. good, you're good. Have a little bit more code up there. Now let's go down and let's look, take a quick gander at each of these. So negative Z is normal, positive Z, negative Y, positive Y, negative X, positive X. Ooh, positive X is backwards on this one. This neg Z is, so let's see here, neg X, positive Z. Okay, so we have a totally different situation here. What's the same? We have positive X, positive Z, negative Z, but then we have negative X and negative Z. So it looks like our rule is, if they're both the same sign, that's a horrible rule, actually. They're both the same sign, or if our X is positive, will that hit anything else? Different sign. Okay, so we will rename this simply neg. The norm X is greater than 0, or the math f dot sign of norm X is equal to the math f dot sign of norm Z. If either one of those things are true, scroll around way too much, I've already been told. I'm trying to scroll around a little bit less. So if the normal X is greater than 0, I'll grab those two and no others. Or if the signs are the same, it's not going to hit any of these. Could hit a bunch of these. Alrighty, that's not, this is going to lie to us and say it works, and then we're going to get into a special situation and it's not going to work. Let's go ahead and go test it. It's going to lie to us. Will lie. It is a liar. Ooh, it's lying right there, ain't it? Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. That works. That doesn't. That works. That doesn't. That doesn't. I don't even know where that one is. That's definitely wrong. So, Let's see here. And we've adjusted our inner, but we didn't flip all these values. The simpler something is, the more trouble it causes. So I could just go through and flip each of those values. But let's just do this. Make sure I got both of those correctly. I do have those in the same order. So sometimes being lazy bites you in the butt. Let's see here. Norm X is less, Norm Z is greater. That's what's bugging me. Norm X and Norm Z are both greater. Yes. Norm X is greater, Norm Z is less. They're in a different order in between our handle place. Both are greater. Yes. Wait a minute, I got both are greater twice here. Neg and neg. These should be both less. This is called code review. And if our y is greater, if our y is less, so we have something different here, and it's been working. That's what you get from too much rapid code development. Alrighty. See if we've had a bug all along. If it is, it's going to be right here. Well, this one is also both greater. And then it is positive x, negative z, and I have negative negative. And then I have okay, then I'm supposed to have negative negative. So maybe this isn't that bad. Ooh, nope. Nope. Oh, both of you work. So you work. You don't. Well, since I copy and pasted my code, I totally missed a part. Do inner waiting. Comment out, set identify. That'll be the next video. You work, you don't. So neg neg is not right. You work, you don't. That's not supposed to be part of it. Oh, okay. Actual bug. Come on. There we go. So you actually do work. You're just in the wrong position. Okay. Let's go adjust this stuff. I know neg neg. I still got my so according to this, neg neg should be reversed. Should not be part of our so this is wrong. Okay. Now you're working all the way around, and you are working. You're 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 working. Alrighty, in this, we still need to check underneath. Everything works. Okay, next up we're going to do the set identify. I did not bring nugget mode into this. We might, if you want nugget mode in this, put it in the comments. And then we are going to start messing around with increasing the number of chunks out here. We're going to put 2 buttons up here to monitor our memory. And we're going to start increasing our chunk count to see just how far we can get without doing major pulling. And that means to pull our comments. Right now we're simply pulling our chunks, but we may want to pull our actual comments. I'm not actually going to handle that in this video because that's about a 20-hour course. So that's one of the reasons I'm not actually handling it on YouTube. I don't have enough subscribers. But we can get big. We can really stretch this very far. And let's get to it. So if you got something out of this, like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Set identify.
Access granted.
Alrighty, welcome back. Let's get set identify done, and this isn't going to take that long. We are going to simply jump over to our lab. We'll collapse everything. Control M, Control Z, or Control O. We'll go down to my section of my lab marked as the UI region. I'm just going to copy that. We'll take it right over here and we'll paste it inside of the common. I'm going to add another parameter, chunk index. Alrighty, I'm going to make this public so the lab can call it, the chunk itself can call it. Jump up here, handle nugget mode, no. Guess I need to comment that out, don't I? Well, handle input isn't even touched right now. Okay, so I've lost my place. Okay. What we're actually looking for is commented out. HandleInner, HandleInner. No. DoInner is what I'm looking for. Right there. I've added common dot in front of the input. And I'm going to pass in this chunk's nugget. Not include. I have nothing called underscore include. That's comical. A little bit of C++ popping up there. Now, save it a million times to make sure it got saved. Minimize Visual Studio. Jump over to Unity. Expand all of this. Go down to the common, and we need to set all our canvas controls. Take our text, our controls prefix with txt down to here. Not LBL. That is about it. I'm going to turn that off. deselect everything, and run. Reselect it, go to identify. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to select my 0, 0 on my row and column, and it is 3584. I'm going to go forth until I find, I'm going to deselect everything because I'm kind of jumpy. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go forth until I find row 0. And I can see that it is selecting this chunk now. Selecting it based on the Y, the X, Y, and Z, not just the X and Y. And our set identify is working again. Simple. Okay, so we're not quite finished yet. We're about to add 2 buttons in the next part of this video, or the next video, depending on how long they are compiled together. And we are going to add 2 buttons up here to get the current memory and clear the current memory using garbage collection. If you guys have found this, like and subscribe. God bless. See you in the next video.
Access granted.
Alrighty, jump back to our HS Lab 2 common. Go back down to our region for our UI again that we just had added in there in the last section. I'm going to type a public text mtext memory. Public void current memory. Our text memory dot text is equal to string dot format mem, if you want to, you can write out memory, gc dot get total. I am whistling without a cause here. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up. You might have to do a using system. You probably will have to if you copied my code exactly. 1048.576 F. And that gives us the current memory in megabytes. Now we're going to add in a void clear memory. gc.collect. gc.collect will cause a glitch if you try to do this too often. gc.collect, it's a pretty hefty function. Telling the garbage collection, which is in itself monitored and balanced, I don't want you to do what you've been programmed to do, what you've been designed to do. I want you to do it right now. So you're kind of like the bad manager on that movie, what is it, Office Space. All right. I want to view my canvas over here. I'm going to select all of my controls in here. Just going to drag them down a little bit. Now I'm going to add a text, and then I'm going to add, well, I can copy and paste the text actually, so it'll be already formatted. So I'll just duplicate that one, text memory, rename it text memory, and then I'm going to add a button, drag it up to the top. This one will be button current memory or current mem. Here I will spell it out, current memory. Now I'm going to grab the actual text memory, drag it up there with it. I'm going to change it to center, top. And I want it to, it'll never be this large. I kept thinking that I had already done this video, but I can't find it on YouTube, so I think I lost it. I'm going to duplicate my button. I'm going to call this one button clear memory. And I'm just going to drag it down below my text box. Change the text in it to clear memory. Now I'm going to select both of my buttons. I'm going to drag my I got to add the on click at the bottom. I'm going to drag my common right there. With current memory selected, I'm going to go down to HS Lab 2 Common, and I should see current memory function right there. Clear memory, I'm going to do the same thing, but except for clear. I'm going to select clear memory. Nothing selected. Run it. You don't really have to view anything to get it to work. Ooh, I forgot to set my I forgot to set the text memory. So way down here at the bottom, you can see it. It's not set. Drag text memory down to it. Current memory is 22 megabytes. Clear it, and it's 19 megabytes. Current memory now, after I cleared it, it's already jumped back up to 21 megabytes. Back down to 19. And now we're ready to do a little bit of ad hoc experimentation. We'll do that in the next set of videos. We're going to, first of all, we're going to put a function in here to actually generate our chunks and put them in place instead of having static chunks. And we will create another lab. It's going to be almost identical except for this simple stuff. We will generate our chunks, and that way we can really see how that affects our memory. And then I'm going to go ahead and publish it. I don't know how Snagit's going to record that, though. Snagit should be able to do a screen capture on a published Unity game. We'll go ahead and publish it. Let's go ahead and add in one more button right now. Just duplicate the clear memory button. On both the clear memory and current memory, select both of them and select that right there, that one right there. Now on I selected the wrong one, that's hilarious. Now on the new button, the duplicated button, put in their button close. And holding down the Alt key, select that one. And change its text to close. This will not work in the edit mode, but it will work when we release this. So I always forget this guy when I do test release. So in our code, right down here under clear memory, type a new function, call it public void close. And I think it's application exit. No, it's application close. Oh my word. Now I'm going to have to look that up. One moment. It's application quit. They had to make it something simple like that, didn't they? Alright, so jump back over to Unity now. With the application closed, or with the button closed selected, on the on click, just select close. And it will not actually work in the editor because there's really nothing to close. But we will go through the process of releasing one so we can see the FPS of this whole thing when we get our maximum number of chunks out there. I guess we are going to push this up probably to around a gigabyte of RAM. Is going to be the idea. We'll allow, might even do a start screen where we can actually type the number of chunks in then, and that way we can really see what we can get away with at this small level without doing pooling, without doing major pooling. The common is minor pooling, but we're mainly pulling our vertices, our arrays, right now. And like I said, I know my Texas accent, my Southeast Texas accent may make pooling sound funny. It's pronounced like a swimming pool with an ing on the end. All right. If you got something out of this, like and subscribe. God bless. I hope to see you in the next video. We'll be messing around and kind of maxing, trying to make Unity scream uncle, cry uncle on us. See you there.